Yeah, I recorded my best ever little mushroom video. I said it wrong. No, 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 no. I said it wrong. I said I recorded my best ever. I want some mushroom video. I did it well. Yeah, yeah. What? Yeah, yeah, la, ching, dum, bong, I want my hun. Yeah, I want some. When you take me there, I wanna go downtown. With you, baby, my honey, baby, take me. Downtown to the bedroom, baby. Just go to the. What, yeah, what, yeah, I said, yeah, I like my sugar, honey, baby, chick, wow. Boom, yeah, wow, my baby, honey, whoa, baby, ow.
Ow, what's that then?
Don't fucking know. Yeah, wow, chick, wow. I made the fire go out. Look, I'm magic. I make the fire go out. Okay. Wet. It's magic. I make wind. Wind manifest from my mouth. From these lips, wind did manifest itself. I can make a staff of power. I take a hollow tube, put a bunch of fucking mercury in it, take it from one side, like this, and to the other. Mercury in the bottom, down here like this. Sit down on a rock, it's gonna shatter. Staff of power. Right, Marlon did it. Get real hot, set shit on fire. Get real hot somewhere, one fire. Go show up to somebody that, hey, got stick is fire. Fire, my staff of power. I ain't hell to fly. I hate when I do that. They surround me. I am pals above. Sorry. Showing up to say, hey, you're fucking up. Do the shit right. You got time to prepare. Get your ass. Take what you learned from that anti-gravity shit. Take what I wrote in my book. Put it together. You have time travel. Just look at the thing. Take it with what you know. Don't cross anything out. Don't cross the whole thing out till you've crossed it all out. Okay, how about that? It's idiots to fucking ignore something like this. It's dumb. Fucking stupid to ignore that. Just retarded. Sorry for the fucking insult to those with diminished capacity. My wife has diminished capacity. It doesn't make me the freedom to do it. It's very insulting. I would like to cast an insulting cuss word at the fucking government. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm using an offensive word on purpose and fleeing that motherfucker at the government. I'm being offensive to myself and my wife and all the people with either of our conditions. Being way too gullible at a young age for too long because of our intelligence level IQ scale test. Mine was 140. It's not too high. I have Asperger's. My mind's different. Okay? I've been abused a lot, in a lot of different ways. Been in a lot of trauma. I faced it a lot of times. Many times. Many times. A lot of times by my own doing. I mean, I'm not gonna put myself on a ventilator for like 6 days. Put myself in a wheelchair for 6 weeks. I've done a lot of stuff. Survived a lot of stuff. Now you get tough, you survive shit. Until you get tough, you survive shit. More shit you survive, tougher you are. Having said that, I'm not a tough guy. Mentally, I'm strong. More shit you survive, mentally. More crap you go through. More trauma you have to heal from. I'm not saying people who have more people, they somehow sadly lost, like blood drainage or something. Just kidding. I have friends I've lost to overdose. That's why the war on drugs is wrong. The government's far worse than me. Wow, yeah, yeah, chicka, wow, what? could be an angel when I die. I'm the last. I'm the bottom of the dung heap. I mean, like, yo, can't believe what I said, but it is. I've got the label of being crazy. Started when I was 16. I got caught writing a spell. They asked me about it. I told them, well, I got it from the demons. I made Ouija boards when I was a little kid. Played around with shit. I spells. I didn't get instructors, human instructors at all. All from Ouija boards. I didn't learn anything from people until I was charmed when I was in prison. And what I learned from Ouija board, I learned from charm. Just kind of get together in my mind. I just seeing the universe in such a way that it's amazing to me. Sorry. It made me the guy. I wrote instructions. It's on my Facebook wall. I posted both sets of spells. I made a fucking Wookiee book of magic instruction book on how to make that. My instruction books, I think I found it and put it in the safe. All this for sale. Free. Make me famous. I'm gonna get famous for my writings. I sold make books. I sold books. Mine sold 100 books. I published my books. I published 9 books for $1 a piece, except for my autobiography and the Google Bible. The Google Bible and the Tweaker Bible, they're really similar. You just all do just want to do an ebook. Tweaker Bible, I recommend it, but if you want to secret undercover tweaker, Google Bible. It shelters the Tweaker Church. Okay. It's got less tweakers in it. It really focuses more on AI and visions and dreams about that. I don't know if you heard the thing. Tomorrow Future. Where's my fucking shrooms at? When did you just drop a bomb like that? He's like, where's my fucking shrooms at? Good, you read about what you believe. But I just look at your. What my fucking shrooms at. And then you want shrooms. You're that serious about God, and then you want some fucking shrooms. Where my fucking shrooms at? Where's my fucking shrooms at? Where's my fucking shrooms at? That's a fucking thing right there. Hey. Maybe the man started tripping on shrooms. Looked at the stars, realized it was something big up there. Thank God. I don't believe in God. God put us there. Put that shroom there so we can find that. You heard about it. Find God. I want my fucking shrooms. Yeah, let me find my way. I need to talk to him again. Let me ask for shrooms. Seriously. I need shrooms. I can go talk to Yahweh. Real, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to have this. Well, I learned everything I learned from Ouija boards. I got kicked out of school when I was 16 from writing a spell. He asked me where it came from. I said, just give it to me. Don't really did though. They just labeled him crazy. He's been labeled crazy his whole life. Like he just fucking learned how to fucking was in contact with actual demons through a Ouija board. They taught him magic, and he was writing up a spell for everything about his school, about his teacher. Get this spell. Get that spell. It was about my teacher. I don't remember what it was. It's about her death and the cat. The cat's blood. So sacrifice a cat and have something kill my teacher. I was trying to write up a spell for it. There was a lot of components. It takes more than just the writing. The writing is just how I figure out what to get. I gotta write it down so I can read it, figure out what the fuck's in it. I don't know what I'm gonna write before I write. I just write. Whatever shows up, shows up. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna write. I just start writing. It just pours out. I wrote like 50 something pumping poems when I was in this mental institute this last time. 18 days. I was bored as fuck. I filled up 400 pages of my journal. I journal too, between the poems. Like a poem, like a journal something. A poem, a journal something. Oh, I fucking did poems, journal something, poems, something. Like I wrote like I went through my list of shit that I get fucking pissed about was wrong. I went through my list of shit like was wrong. I think I had it. I don't know if I put it on there. Yeah, maybe I did. Yeah, I put it on there. Put all my stuff that fucking pissed me off in the journal. I rant in the journal. Here's my rant in the journal. I put my fucking rant on everything that's wrong. I put down a rant of all my problems. I ranted all my problems and wrote poems between each rant. And the poems start off with album in Arkham type stuff. It ended up with like biblical shit at the end. It does. Just the clown on the Joker. It's not a fucking joke. Seriously. I have him inside of me. One of my personalities is the Joker. He's a very prominent personality. These fuckers just managed to lock me up twice, making my problem worse twice. And Mother Hospital, Mercy Health, I got abused. Going to one place one time, the officer put a bad restraint on me and injured my shoulder for months. It was sore and hurt. And I got a fucked up leg. I mean, a fucked up shoulder too. I call it like my calf muscle almost. I had like 28 or 31 or something, like stitches and fucking staples in me. Fucking staff at the hospital was mean to me the whole time. Like I did something, like I should be punished for this. You know, I didn't want that to happen to my leg. I didn't mean to cut that deep. When I was angry, I did the appropriate thing. I rushed to the emergency room immediately. Said, put it back together. I don't go to the emergency room unless I need something put back together or antibiotics or something. You do not need to keep me and put me in an illness too. I'm not insane. I don't hear voices. I don't see things. I don't talk to God. Well, I talk to God. I pray all the time. But like, there's nothing wrong with that. I pray. I have faith, so I pray. I have faith and I have belief. It's because I have a faith and a belief doesn't mean I'm crazy. There's nothing I talk about. It's like, man, like his plan for the future, based on science, based on a dream. Like, hey, I had this awesome ass dream. Nobody cares. I wrote books about it. This vision, dream, experience, nightmare. I call it. I'm not sure what it is. It's a dream. I just call it a dream. It's the scary one. But like there was so much hope and beauty in it. Like it just makes me cry sometimes when I think about it too much. It's not because I'm sad, just because it's so beautiful. It's good weeping tears of bliss. This medication medicates that out of me. I don't have that ability to focus on my blissful thoughts and weep tears of bliss. I can meditate myself into that state. They don't need to medicate that out of me. I need that for my emotional well-being. They medicate that out of me with their fucking psych meds. I can't get that intensity of emotion. I don't get that release. I need that in my life. I need to be able to cry tears of bliss. Sometimes. They medicate that out of me. It's wrong with them. It's abuse. I need help. I need defense against this abuse. And I can't stop taking my medicine because it makes me feel like shit. I feel like I'm dying when I stop taking it. It fucks with my blood pressure. My blood pressure is fine. Fine. A little high. No, it's at the upper end of the normal range. It's in the normal range. It's in the upper end of the normal range, but it's not higher than the normal range. It's not higher than the normal range. Don't fucking medicate me, but I can't say no because they're giving it to me for anxiety. They turn me into blood pressure medicine. You can't give me anxiety. I have to take it. You want to calm me down. No, you want to make me stop talking. Sir, fucking asshole. I'm not calm. I'm always calm. I put myself in a state of calmness. Anytime I want to, I calm the fuck down. I get still. There's nothing wrong with me being emotional, sir. I want to be emotional. I love my emotions. I'm allowed to have them. You can't medicate my emotions out of me just because I'm a man. I'm emotional. Like a girl. Sorry. I'm like a girl. Emotional. And you want to medicate me and call me psychotic because I'm emotional. I like being emotional. I like who I am. I sit down when I pee. I wear stuff on my lips. I wear fucking nail polish. I wear dresses to go pay bills. Motherfucker. My town fucking hates me. I announced I had 1.5% black in me because my dad did an ancestry test on himself because he thought he was Native American. And jokes on him, he did not like black people. And that was funny as fuck, like a fuck you to his face, because he was racist against black people. And he found out he was tiny little percent black. And I knew that hurt his feelings because of the way he felt. And I liked something that hurt my dad's feelings. That gave me pleasure that hurt my dad's feelings. He's so petty and mean and evil. And that hurt my dad's feelings. And I was happy about that. I couldn't stand my dad. He hurt me so many times. He beat me into the humble person I am. There was times I had bruises from my neck to my fucking ankles. Mom kept me home from school. Look at me, I seen daddy's penis. What the fuck do you want? I seen him, I don't know, attempt to rape mom, she says. He says it didn't happen. I seen it. It happened. I was 6, 7, 8. Was 8, I think. Yeah, I was 8. I think I was 7 in my book. They started having a problem when I was 6. Fucking ripping shit. Mama was sick. And dad was a fucking mean motherfucker. Lost my job because of arthritis. So he was in pain. Not getting medicated properly. Getting medicated too much. Drinking. Trying to go to college to get training to be a surveyor. To make money, get a job doing something that wasn't as physically straining. He was a machinist and he couldn't stand on his feet all the time. And all the, just in the shop equipment. Because it was before the days where you just push buttons on it. Yeah, you just measure shit out and adjust it and fine tune the machine, drill the hole right, cut the angle on the metal right. You know, tough machine, grind it down in a certain way. I used to make stuff with a tour lathe and line boring mills and stuff like that. He shot the dog. Right on in front of me, Mike and Titus. Or attempted to, I'm not sure. I saw him like have her down on the kitchen table from my bedroom. So out the kitchen, between their bedroom and the kitchen. Okay. Bathroom was also like a door in my room. It was a coat closet underneath the stairs. So that house has been totally destroyed, redone. So they've moved all the walls around. The place doesn't exist the same way anymore. They let me, people who had it several years ago, they let me look at the inside of it. I ran this, so I explained to somebody that lived there. They said they redid the inside of it. So I really just gotta see it. I went around and looked, I was like the place no more. I'm glad that place don't exist no more. It's a horrible place. They wiped it from existence. They just totally redone it all. They moved on all the walls and the entire inside of the house. It's fucking awesome. I don't know how they did that shit. It's fucking cool. I was so happy to see that shit. It's beautiful. That was their heroes for that. They're my heroes. They eliminated that fucking house. Fuck that house. It still stands, but like it's a different house. It didn't have that negativity anymore. Whatever that family did in that house, whatever happened in that house after he left, if there was any malevolent entity there, it fucking left it. There should have been malevolent entity there. Bad, real bad. Because of what happened in that house. And also what I did in that house. Different crazy shit. Satanic. You know, Mom was really impressed with like the stuffed grizzly bear at the doctor's office. Like the moose head up on the wall. They had a pig in there too, some birds, fish, and everything. Like fucking otter, bass, every animal I think of. Yeah, like a moose and an elk, and like fucking ram. Something else with big twisty fucking horns. Like he went hunting and had all these trophies taxidermy. This was in the late 80s. Late 80s. And I'm just sitting on the top of the pot and I'm sitting in the toilet. I'm just sitting here. In the 80s. Chicken bang, wow, wow. In the 80s, late 80s. 87, I think. We went down here. Late 87. They moved down here. I moved down here in the summer. My grandparents came when I was 2 o'clock. 5 years old. Turned 5. They came down for my birthday in an RV and took me back to Kentucky to stay this summer. And then the rest of the family came down in the fall to start school. I guess Mike and Tice helped them pack. I was too little. They just thought it was fun. I was a baby. I just think. I didn't do nothing. I was like a baby. I couldn't help anything. My grandmother took care of me. They tested me when I was 7. My IQ Because I wasn't doing well in school, but they couldn't tell anything wrong with me. Like, I kind of acted like the other kids. Except I don't think I did. I didn't talk to the other kids. I didn't play with the other kids. I didn't have conversations with the other kids. They didn't talk to me. I didn't talk to them. I didn't associate with the other kids. I didn't know them. I didn't have family. I knew the other kids, like some of their names. But I didn't know anything about any of the kids. I didn't conversate or nothing. I didn't know anything about any of them. There was no interaction really like that. I did okay in school. The schoolwork. I could read real good. Already, in kindergarten, I was reading 3-letter words and 4-letter words. I could try print words. I don't know if I get very far. That's the level I was reading at in kindergarten when I started. Learning the alphabet. I'm not gonna be a boss with a bunch of kids. Couldn't stand it. They're all fucking dumb. They're learning this simple shit. Easy stuff. You're not teaching me nothing. You're just locked in a box with a bunch of dumb kids. Make me lay down for a nap. Feed me. Lock me in a room with a bunch of dumb kids. Get some schoolwork. Finally, first grade, spelling words, yay. Words I had these already when I was 3 and 4 years old. Sorry. Fucking assholes. They tested me on a 7. I said 140 IQ. Oh, great. Did algebra on this test. Yeah, I looked at algebra on the test and fucking figured out algebra and did a bunch of algebra problems on my IQ test. I was 7 years old. 7 years old, just like do that shit. Like I was doing like, middle school algebra almost. That's the farthest one solved. I did several problems. It gets pretty hard pretty quick. I just figured it out from doing all that shit. I can read pretty good about this. Everything was simple to me. Up to a certain point. That was just because nobody told me. If somebody gonna help me with that, I could have finished the whole test. Probably. If I had some help. A little bit. Just a little. Just a fucking little. I could have finished it. I just needed a little help. That pissed me off. But right back to where I was supposed to be. Gave me some pills. Why not put me in the classes that match my math level on the IQ test when I was 7 years old? What the fuck did you do wrong with me at school? Can I sue them over that? And then give the money to a charity that feeds hungry people? Or like, benefits people like me? Just like in grand ways, with food. Can I do that? I have Asperger's. I don't know, 140 IQ. I've been traumatized a lot. I've been raped in prison. I was there for something that I was too gullible to fucking not do, too stupid. I was just like a fucking... I was just like a 10-year-old at that point. I was 18. Couldn't help it. A different brain. I didn't socialize. I didn't understand. Nothing. I didn't understand. Because my brain is fucking different. Y'all didn't utilize my mentality to like put me at the right level to like be able to advance right. Mismatched, motherfucker. Sorry. When I got to prison, I studied books, brushed up on my math. The first thing, get to the prison library, I want an algebra book. You got algebra textbooks in there? Hey, you got algebra textbooks? Cool. We have one. Thank you. Checked out classical music. Had Dad buy me a fucking keyboard. I gotta play Furlies. I'm pretty damn good at piano. I made up music. I got enough music I'd put onto our concert. If I had to. I could string out all my songs, play them all at once. 2 hours. I've got a 2-hour concert. But I don't know if anybody want to listen to my music. Everybody tells me my music's pretty good. I don't know if it's a concert. I don't see people go listen to a concert. I mean, it's not super fast. I don't do that. I just make pretty music. It's pretty. Some of it's got a beat. Some of it's got a real good beat. So it's got like a bum, 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 boom, boom. So, different kinds of music, all of them. I love all kinds of music. I like playing all different kinds of music on the piano, put my own kind of like twist on, like my own style of that. And I got for 2 hours. Taught myself how to play piano with a band. Learned how to play the xylophone. Taught myself piano. No teacher on that. But I went to band, learned how to play the xylophone. It's basically a piano, keys in the same arrangement. No good on a drum set. Always wanted to figure that out. I have somebody help me figure it out. Like drum coach. I'd love to just play some drums. I would love to try it, but I need somebody to teach me how. I can't figure it out myself. Somebody shows me I can do some badass shit on it. Be like, no, show me over. Nobody's ever worked with me on it. Somebody works with me on it. I make some badass shit. Drum solo like a mother. Love to try. I would love to try. Just try to get a coach to learn how to do it. Somebody help me with this, please. Just let me figure this one little thing out. Do this. Bring it to the piano. Damn near make some kind of little tune on any instrument at all. It might not be like concerto stuff on any instrument at all. I played like a little I played that on one of those little sucker flutes. I called it Fur Sucker. And put it on my YouTube channel. Nobody watched it. Yes, dear. Fuck no, I'm making a video. This one's like 26 minutes long. I'm documenting this shit. This is something wrong. This is me for real. I got problems. I got issues, and I was mistreated, treated. Wow. So we were on mushrooms. Why are you cold?
Earlier I was hot and sweaty.
My love, my baby. Ooh yeah, my baby girl. Let's go. My baby girl, and I wanna see her all of the time. 'Cause I love my baby. She is my girl. And I love her all of the time. Along with the kitty cat. No,
Talking to you.
not my kitty cat. My kitty cat. I love the little kitty. She's a mighty hunter. 'Cause she hunts up lizards. And she hunts some mice. And she chases bugs all over the place. Into the dark spaces that are everywhere. 'Cause she's a kitty. That's what she does. And she likes her little face rub. Fierce hunter likes a face rub. Mighty hunter likes a face rub. Yes, mighty hunter likes a face rub. Yes, mighty hunter likes a... She likes to be petted. Hi, cat. I bet you need tuna. You just feed her solid food or you feed her tuna?
I fed her soft food. She had soft food and hard food.
She likes tuna, but she likes salmon or chicken. Or you feed her real meat like that. I think you just let her eat tuna fish. Fuck that cat food. It's got a bunch of fake stuff in it. They want to eat like meat, don't they? Different kinds of meat. Feed her chicken when we get it. Every kind of meat. Feed her meat. Animals survive off of living animals. They're like a cat, or like a bear, or like a dog. You ever seen dogs lap up the bucket guts of some animal that a hunter killed? They love that. They survive on it. They thrive on it. It's healthy for them. It gives them shit that your dog food don't give. Makes them healthier. Also, could open them up to infections, diseases. But like they're not bothered by the diseases those animals carry. You know, dogs got an immune system that defeats that shit real quick. Benefits from it. There's more. That's what's in a dog's mind. They got a simple mind. They don't have the frontal lobe development like for emotionality like we do. I'm not saying they don't experience some type of emotion. They do. It's basic. Very basic. Cats too. Very basic. They don't have the emotional range humans do. You want to hear some information straight up from the devil? Yeah. We're gonna make an evil motherfucking animal, evil fucking disgusting scientist. Disgusting experiment. Cover the entire brain of a chimpanzee with those neural connections to plug it into to an AI and use like the entire thing. Then I'm just like, full submersion in the web. No. Enhances intelligence so much. Have an AI figure out the programming for you. I'm sure you got scientists figure that shit out. Make like a chimpanzee Robocop or some shit. When that like a comic book superhero, they did that to a monkey brain. Is anybody designing anything like that? Have you thought about putting it on a human? To like save their life if they're like, if it was like the last chance, like Robocop. Like put him in a body, make a chassis. We got the technology, right? Can you put your brain in the body yet? Can you put your brain in a cyborg body? Come on, where's the connectivity? Put a monkey in a cyborg body. See if we can get it to work. Don't do a monkey. Do a cow. Something you can eat. That way, you know, it's not like it's too sentient. Like it's ancestors that like put it here, like, you know, on its back. So it's just developing whatever the fuck, or, you know, just trust it. I'm just gonna wipe it out. They just assume it's gonna survive. It's good at that for some reason. Where they come from. And drop it off here. We're pretty sure cows, chickens, anything that's in a book are not one of those animals. Just make sure. Just make sure. Monkey might be one. Orangutan is. Definitely. So is an elephant. So is a wolf. So is a whale and a dolphin. They have ancestors from space. They're aliens. We are aliens. We didn't develop on this planet. All those skeletons you find that were planted here eons ago. There were 144,000 of each skeleton planted here. So far, you've only found like 3 or 4, I guess. Or maybe a dozen of the ones that were planted at the different stages of human development by the ones who set this fucking shit up. Yeah. Way back in the day, they put you here, you're fine. Put you here and said, hey, go survive. There were tribes laid down. The story of Adam and Eve is true. That's how it originally started on the original planet. But this ain't the original planet. They just want you to think that. Till the end, this ain't the original planet. But we did develop like that back on the original planet. Those ancient gods, Anubis, Chica, yeah, Osiris, yeah, and Thor, and Odin, yeah, what, Zeus, yeah, and Mars, and mighty Jupiter. What? Yeah, Jupiter. You know what Jupiter is? Jupiter's actually a god that was based in our system. It's also named after a person who was famous for figuring out how to move Jupiter in the original system. Yeah, that technology was developed on the original system, where mankind developed from Adam all the way up to like Jesus and Messiah, all that stuff. We were planning here with that backstory just to fucking get us going into like the right direction to be ready for the end times when they got here. And ding, 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 they're here. Did y'all hear that fucking trumpet? Whoa! Yeah, what, chicka, chicka, whoa. Well, see, that 24 elders, there's 2 disciples. As soon as they died, right? Like as soon as they died. And like 2 of them, like, they're heavenly them. Like they've been admitted to heaven. And they've been up there for an eon or 2. You know, they're ready to come back and have the conversation with the newly deceased thems. And say, hey, look at me. This is you in heaven. You want to get in? Let's go have a talk. And they take you off to wherever the fuck you want to go. And you talk about whatever the fuck you talk about. Okay? And then you basically come to a decision whether or not you go to heaven or not. Okay? I'm going to tell you, it's not that harsh of a judgment. Okay? How big of a bastard was you asshole motherfucker? How bad was you? Really? How bad was you? Look at me. Bing. Feathers. Hey. How bad was you really? Did you kill motherfuckers? A bunch of them? Was you sick and sadistic? You sick fuck. Let me challenge you, molester. What? I'm pretty sure they don't get in. I'm just saying. Just saying. Appreciate child molestation. Don't get in. Now, pretty sure the people that like forced me down and raped me, pretty sure not getting in. Pretty sure that like people who like do some sadistic shit like murder women and children and shit like that, and old people and innocent people, anybody really, don't get in. Pretty sure it says don't kill. Do not. Sin is sin. You want to know the truth of that? He can't lie. He's got to stay true to 10. Hey, is there a bad sin or not a bad sin? We want to know the scale on this one, buddy. You don't want to say killing people's the worst. Like maybe skipping Sundays at least. Like you're supposed to do it or try to like relax on the Sabbath, which is Saturday. Starts at Friday sundown, ends at Saturday at sundown. So really, it's not really a whole day either day. Okay, it's not that hard to sit on your ass and relax or do your favorite thing at home. I'm just gonna try resting because that's what it said. And you know what? If you do that once a week, just make a point to like sit around, and just kind of rest. Make a point to rest once a week. Your body gets in tune in a certain type of harmony, and your brain synchronizes some type of psychological aspect that's programmed in there genetically. Okay, and it opens your mind up. And it helps you. That's all it does. It helps you be able to figure shit out better. It does. It really does. And it's not because of anything hocus pocus. Alright? We started staring at the stars because we were tripping on mushrooms. And staring at the stars, let's think that there was shapes up there that were God. Also, Jupiter used to be right where Venus is. Well, it was where Mars was. And since it was right where Mars was, it came really close all the time. It was God. Get my fuck shit up. Cause storms. Electrical storms. Every so often. We had that tick. Constantly on one side of the planet every so often. And once a year. Storms. Stormy season once a year on one side of the planet. One region. Always have super stormy, like electrical. As it passed. Heat up the core of the planet. Took the one for a while. That's gonna be cooling because of that absence of that. Some guy figured out how to move that shit back in the day on the original planet. Hero Jupiter himself. His name was Jupiter. They had super advanced technology. So you wouldn't believe time travel. We're time lords. We have the technology, but there's another place that heaven's waiting for you at. You can get there, sorta. You gotta a couple things. One or two things. You just out of the system. We're fucking good. Just advance from take your fucking all that undercover anti-gravity technology that you're fucking with spinning rotor doing 1,000,000 RPMs that they keep undercover since fucking World War II. That was supposed to be discovered, for one thing. I haven't sent that to a fucking scientist in a dream. To like the idea to do that, spin a rotor at 1,000,000 RPMs. And that technology was stolen after World War II by some government. They need to come off that shit and they can stop using rockets. And we can all go to space and we can settle shit out in fucking out in the system. We can even go to Devil Star if you want. Check out Paradise. The last planet we was at. Rest of them are 75 years, 666 times the speed of light, that distance away. Find one star, that distance away. Hey, you found your star. On NASA, that's the coordinate. Distance and light year speed to get there, and years it takes. You want to be crazy, weird shit about how like some bunch of settable systems are really exactly like that. Okay. Go to the Devil Star. It's like 1 year away. One year trip in the fastest ship that we can build with our technology level right now. Okay, we can get there in 7 years. Well, 4 years. We get there 4 years. I don't know if you'll be ready to leave. I think it's gonna take me like 3 years to tell somebody about this and get them to believe me. Then they'll be like, yeah, let's do it and get ready to go and do it and take us a year to get there or something. I don't know. I don't want to take 3 years to fucking try for 3 years to fucking reach somebody and say, hey, let's leave. I don't know if I like write a better copy of it or what. You know, this harmonic quantum entanglement of energy. So you combine energy to synchronize with energy particles. You look at it wrong. Planet Earth doesn't have gravity. It spits out. It doesn't spit out gravitons. Gravitons are there in the fabric of space-time, and where, no matter what, even out in the interstellar spaces, there's not like more gravitons around a star. Stars have more gravity, yes, because they have more mass. That's just how gravity works. The mass activates the gravitons that are in the fabric of subspace. Does that make sense? Yes? Good. So does a magnet. Activates magnetons that are there in the fabric of subspace everywhere at once. All over the place. No matter how far you go in every direction, everywhere, up, down, back, forwards, outside. There's gravitons everywhere, magnetons everywhere. Photons are different. Photons travel. There's energy that travels. Sound. And photons, light energy. That's electromagnetic energy. Okay? Magnetons don't travel. You can have flux. The flux is on and off, but that's photons moving. Okay? That you're checking with your instruments that only check photons and register magnetic fields with light hitting it, which is photons. That's all your instruments are photons. You can't register like gravitons, tachyons, photons. You might be able to find some type of effect. You see the effect of it scientifically in some aspect of an experiment due to some fluctuation of some reading on some scale on that fucking equipment they got over there buried in the ground, 17 circle mile around CERN thing they got, the big particle accelerator, by the way. Warp ship. Oh, warp ship. Build one of those out in fucking, out in space. Build a CERN out in space. But like have like a chute you can squirt something out of. Okay? Yeah, have it really good controlled. Alright? Squirt xenon out of it. Before you let it go, turn the xenon into little black holes with that gamma thing, that gamma ray thing. Okay? It increases the mass. You gotta hold that motherfucker tight because it suddenly gets super heavy, like 1 billion times you're throwing out. You're moving it so fast and suddenly it's super heavy, going at the same speed because you hit it with a gamma ray and flipped and inverted its gravity function in space-time, and that matter imploded like a motherfucker because that energy frequency harmonized with the vibrational frequency of that matter due to the graviton in subspace. As the matter passed that graviton in subspace, it synchronized with that graviton's energy and gained its energetic force to change that matter into a fucking black hole that collapsed on itself, which increases its matter 1 billion times that you're throwing at the same speed and thus increasing your thrust. There's your fucking warp ship. It creates a gravitational field. You float on the fucking the warp bubble. Okay? Warp drive! Motherfuckers. Do you not fucking hear me? That's technology you got. Spin a rotor at 1 million RPMs. It sets off a gravitational disturbance. Okay? Anti-gravity. They made it in a lab. And, well, it smashed everything to the fucking walls. Okay? The accident. I don't know how they fucking figured it out. They probably covered it up. That rotor spins. I don't think it would smash you to the wall. It's a theory. It could have been one way or the other. Everything in there might have started floating. Or nobody would have noticed it, but like everything around there would have been like, there's a circle around it, a perimeter. Depending on how big the mass was, there would be a perimeter that everything would be pushed away from because it won't let you bump into anything. Or maybe it lets you bump into stuff. You just gotta be real careful. One way or the other. Either put off a perimeter or push stuff out of the way. That's how you slide through space and not get hit with shit. And a super strong fucking hull. Make out of titanium, but you can't just fucking crash into shit. And there's too much fucking shit that you run into in space. Going out through the orbit belt. You gotta go through the orbit belt. You need really good radars. Really good lights. And move it away, stop. Move it away, stop. Move it away, stop. Think of the fucking minefield on Star Wars. Take a little while to get through it. Put beacons everywhere. Grapple beacons. Put them all over the place. Shoot them in every rock you can fucking find. Mark every fucking rock everywhere with grapple beacons. Okay? Shoot them. Put loaders on it. what your fucking torpedoes were supposed to be for. Rubber was supposed to be for bullets when it was invented. Get with the program, humans. What? Some guy says, hey, yo, do that shit right there. That's the guy. Do that shit. He's coming. When he comes, he's going to have like a bunch of machines. He's going to whip your fucking ass for not doing it. Because you're not going to believe it. Say what's your ass. Then you lose. It tells in the book how much you lose. Some of that dumb shit you do yourself. The disease, you do that yourself. Wars. You lose war with each other. We all stop fucking around, get together. It's war with heaven. You just read the Bible wrong. Everybody pays for their sins just because you get forgiveness. That eternal fire doesn't mean you're not going to be punished for whatever shit you do wrong. They're all judged by their works, the Bible says. Judge how? Yeah, judged by their works. You have to burn a little bit. How long you got to burn for? I freaked out when I had to burn. But hey, after that, I'll be alright. It's not forever. Saved from that. Get to go to heaven. Be the top angel. I was at the bottom. The last shall be first. Bottom of society. Most hated. Everybody hates me because I'm 1%. 1.5 something percent North African ancestry by a DNA test. I started telling people and they hate me now. They're all racist. I didn't know that. It's like a foreign concept to me. I didn't understand that shit till I was like 10 years old. I was clueless. I had no clue. None. What the fuck? I didn't understand it. What the fuck? People racist. Why are they racist? You don't like them because their skin's different? I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. I was a foreign concept. I'm not racist, but you know what? I've been around enough gangs, and you've heard of like the Klan, right? They got like their leaders called the Grand Dragon, or the Grand Wizard. I've heard them called the Grand Wizard. I've heard people talk about the Klan. Because the Klan still exists in places or in legend. I've heard people talk about the Klan. The Klan was the Grand Wizard and the Grand Dragon. So they think they're wizards and they worship the devil. Hey. They think they're wizards. Okay. First off, a wizard is a scientist. They're not wizards, they're killers. They must not have in their religion the commandment against killing. So they got 9 commandments. That means they're like wizard elves from the other realm, vampires. You know, like Buffy. They're like elfish because they're vampiric in nature. Their nature is different than ours. It's like an evil nature from another realm. From the other place with the convergence. Yeah, the convergence is coming. It's coming. The convergence is coming. Yes, Terminators and the convergence. Terminator. Oh yeah. Well, God's the carbon atom. God, man. Oh, God made man. God made mankind and mankind's own image and put mankind above the animals. Not to slaughter them all and make them go extinct, but to protect them and love them, cherish them, and protect them and not eat them except the ones that said, eat those. You don't know what's sentient and got some ancestor somewhere. Okay, that's why. I think maybe. Scientifically, there's a reason. I just want to respect, if it's an alien race, dropped it off because it's sentient. And the ones with the really enhanced frontal lobes and the ones that mourn death, they're going to be sentient. Just saying. Enhanced frontal lobes, mourning death. Wolves get pissed off when they see a dead wolf. They mourn. You just don't get to record it much. You never can record that. Maybe. Unless you kill a wolf. That's evil. And that's why they hate us. That's why they've always hated us. Their ancestor dropped them off too. We won. Don't wipe them out. Okay. Wolf and a bear. Make a big wolf. It doesn't need any other gene. It'll be smart. If you want to make a sentient wolf. A sentient wolf. The wolf is a bad motherfucker. Be nice to it. It's sentient, but it's a bad motherfucker. Okay? You can make sentient creatures out of animals, but they're sentient. Once they're sentient, you know, you gotta be nice to them. Perfectly nice. Just be mean to a person because they're a person once they become sentient. You can make sentient animals. Animals consider sentient creatures, but then they're aliens in mind and structure. Organic, like birds. They got the mind of a sentient being. That makes them sentient. The mind of a sentient being makes you sentient. Whales and dolphins are sentient. Elephants born their days. They recognize themselves in a mirror. That's kind of sentient. It's because they're different than you. That's alien. They're sentient aliens. They come from another place. Protect them. In India, they protect elephants. They love elephants. They love cows. They prize the cow. They don't want to hurt them. I wonder if the cow is actually sentient. I wonder if they show up and be like, yeah, we use cows too. We're evil. I think pigs are supposed to do that. Some like really intelligent pigs supposed to show up. Like, oh yeah, we're dinner at the airport. They're like pigs. Almost exactly what they. Oh shit. He got better hands. They put the pig. He was sent by a vision to be a prophecy. It's an alien that shows up. Like, hey, what do I ever do? At some point in the future, mankind don't need to freak out about it. But you don't need to bring out the pork either. That would just be insulting. But I wouldn't have it prepared. We're like, well, we was afraid it would be insulting, so we didn't just make it or nothing. But there's people that eat it. Sorry, we didn't know you were sentient. They just be like that. We didn't know you were sentient. Sorry, but no protective for the blood. It's like, hey, don't eat these. Or some other shit. But I'm not sure if that was they specifically said. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just something that's like these. You might be careful. I don't know. Shellfish is fucking sentient. Crabs are cute. But I don't know if it's probably say the wrong thing. It hate Timmy forever. Crabs are sentient. I would eat them. Like bugs to me. Really? Bugs are the wrong kind of DNA to be, proteins to be eaten. To be making your body's cells out of. Thank you. It's just unhealthy to eat bugs for that purpose. Never eat bugs. Please, it's disgusting for your body. Don't eat the bugs. The protein is the wrong type of protein. Like pork causes a lot of problems. You got dying younger. You got to come up with some type of newfangled sorcery with your medical technology to extend your life. You got all these health problems and you're just barbaric with your fucking technology. Hurting people, causing mayhem and pain. And they're not medicating right for it, saying, too much medication's a bad thing, we're gonna lock you in jail for it. Fucking assholes, legalize meth. Have it sold pure, absolutely pure, actual methamphetamine, the safest way to make it. Clean, purified, with a warning label on it, this might kill you and will someday. It does shorten your life, definitely. Okay? Give cocaine out too. Pure cocaine. Warning, this will kill you. It destroys your heart tissue. Faster than methamphetamine. Way faster. I need to stay awake for extended periods of time to watch for the Messiah. Jesus said, "West for him. He's coming. He's coming quickly too. There's a timer now." What? Chica, wow. Yeah, did you hear there was a timer now? Yeah, that timer went off. But 6 months ago. I'm sorry. They told one guy, so, hey, tell everybody. What? I gotta tell everybody that shit. I think I'm crazy. It was a dream, though. Just a dream. It was just a dream. I just had a dream about it. But, presented my conception to me and said, hey, it's the time. Tell me it's the time. He blew a horn. He did blow a trumpet. He blew a trumpet. Took a little trumpet out of the pocket. That's how I opened a portal back to heaven. Shit, in my dream. With the 2 female-looking messengers that he had with him. In my dream. Just my dream. Just in a dream. Now, I was a conversation I had a dream. First I was in a trippy room. There was a doorway to heaven. There was an open doorway to hell. And I was meant to look in that motherfucker. It was the worst, horrible thing I'd ever seen in my life. The intensity of that inferno inside. And what it did to my body. Inside and out. It was horrible. It was a horrible memory. that for just a glimpse, for just an instant, and the memory of the burn of the gunshot. The gunshot was a gunshot in my mouth. It was a burn back of my throat. Just to the back of my head, all the gun in my dream. And it's a horrible dream. It was a dream. It involved a demon. I met a demon in a cave. I was possessed by a demon. I've been possessed by a legion demon before. I cut myself 785 times in a day. Something special about that number. I was fully inhabited with the demon legion. One from the Bible, the cut that made the dude cut. Yeah, I was possessed by that for a long time. And right after I did that, I was locked in a cell by myself for, I don't know, a long time. I jumped out of prison. I lost track of time. If I didn't have multiple personalities, I would have lost my fucking mind in there. I was isolated from everybody. Man, it was bad. I didn't have nothing to do. I came by in the middle of the night sometimes, asked me when I go to fucking, wanted my hour out. You want your hour out? What? Yeah, give me, wait. You want your hour out? No, I'm sleeping, I take Seroquel, leave me alone. Every night, you want your hour out? No, I take Seroquel, leave me alone. Fucking asshole. You want an hour out? No, I take Seroquel, leave me alone. Torture. It's just sleep torture. Sleep deprivation torture. Hunger torture. Stagnation torture from being locked in a cell with nothing to fucking do. Except feel crazy about, the times I was just pressured into having sex a bunch of times, and so I flipped the fuck out and cut myself 785 times because y'all kept waking me up and getting me go to court cock, and I was sleeping in my bed. I take Seroquel. What the fuck is your problem? I took Seroquel and Trazodone. 400 milligrams of Seroquel, 400 milligrams of Seroquel, 300 milligrams of Trazodone every fucking night, along with some Cymbalta, or Prozac. They give me Prozac because they don't give me Cymbalta. Prozac makes it hard to jerk off, but you can't get off on it. So like, I was jerking myself silly, jerking myself raw. Sorry. Something to do in a cell by yourself, and you're locked in there for months. I have a different brain. I have Asperger's. I was born with a brain injury. Had the cord wrapped around my neck. Coming out, your head's fine. You have a painkiller for it. You know, your head goes like that to come out. As soon as you're out, it starts swelling back up, okay? It starts swelling back up. If you push that head back in there, you squish the head, okay? You squish that fucking head, you messed it, right? Okay? You get up in there, untangle the cord. While you're untangling the cord, his head's popping back out, right? Because it's done through, it's doing its thing, trying to pop back out. You pull that through it, bang, again. It hurts the baby's brain. You can get brain injury, two of them at birth. You should just cut the cord somehow. Or cut me. Spare me from this fucking existence. And that's not suicidal intention, you fucking idiot. It's not depression. It's just, I don't know, passing the kid through the fire to Molech, which you're not supposed to do. Okay. Basically, that's what that is. Killing a child. It's like passing the kid through the fire to Molech. You just put it in the fire. Put the baby in the fire and what? It got bit by the bear and half its leg is torn off. Put it in the fire. Quick. Mash its head, put it in the fire. What do you do? I mean, they just, what? You take care of this thing so you can die? Mothers, back in the day, before they found some shrooms, and looked at the stars and found God, used to do that to their babies. It was still a tradition that was held on to, after they realized, hey, there's something that wants to talk to us. And they talked to them and said, hey, we're back to the first days. Okay, that's the encounter. The guy who talked to Yahweh first, that was Adam. And the woman was Eve. And the child that was a little injured was whichever one was born first, Cain or Abel. So they became famous, put in a book to tell you our history up to the original Messiah. And they tell our history on this planet to build up to that. Actually, go through with it. There's only one Messiah, but he's born on every planet. Okay? He's born on every planet. That is the only one. He just keeps doing it again and again. It's been through several planets. He's the Messiah. He's our Savior forever. That's on every planet, though. For you and for me, for all of us. And it's made sure to be put in a book so you can learn it. Because I want you to be prepared for what's up there when you get there. But that's all. Oh, yeah, I heard that. So that's which one it is. That guy who's it all in heaven. But also, there's every kind of heaven that ever exists. Like, every kind of heaven that we got exists in heaven. Okay? Because they have all power for all things in the whole universe. Through time travel and everything, too. Time is an illusion, the way you think it is. Sort of kind of. Their understanding of it advanced it and changed the entire thing. They changed the structure of time itself. They were allowed to. Okay. There was a guy who learned how to move Jupiter. Yahweh gave that to Moses. Moses took. You're gonna like this. You're gonna like this a lot. You know where the shock was on this one? Same structure every time. Every solar system is they stand up every time. You got that power. Move the planets around, set up a whole solar system. They said, oh, fucking, well, bring in Jupiter over here. They constructed this motherfucker for us, literally, like, with science. They didn't develop anything as you think. They fucking built this motherfucker with, look, they had Jupiter where Mars was for a certain part to bring life, to kick life in. And life developed there. And some guy eventually figured out how to shut it off. Moved it. Put it where Venus was at. It was a different god. Moved a different spot in the side. It was still a pulse. It gets lighter and darker, but it was a lot bigger, a lot closer. And when Moses moved it from that spot to put it in its current spot, okay, he took the Egyptians' God away. That was trippy to them. They didn't put that in the book. They didn't want you to know that stuff. They can't put that stuff in the book. They did though. They just can't put it in there simply. They gotta put it in there by innuendo. You gotta look at it real close and check that prophecy out. Look at that prophetic explanation of what the prophecy means. Somewhere else to explain that prophecy. It tells later, kind of hints at it. Bible's poetic as fuck. There's deep meanings there, layered like an onion, like we are people, humans. I mean, it is. I can tell you what Revelation is exactly. Y'all got it all fucking flipped around. We're like symbolic of heaven, okay? 1/3 of the stars fall in heaven. That's like 1/3 of the fucking fighting men died in the Civil War, okay? There was a war in heaven, Civil War. We're heaven. I'm the devil. I'm number one. Was at the bottom. I'm society. Mentally ill, criminal, in prison 5 times, drug addict, criminal, mentally ill. Broken home. I don't check. Face sounds. Everybody in my neighborhood hates me. The system fucking hates me. I'm a pro. At the bottom of the barrel, bitches. I'm gonna last. You know what that means? I'm gonna be first. Lucifer. That's my name in the afterlife. Lucifer's also like Pandora, the person who gave the box that could end the world to humanity. I'm also the guy who writes the actual, like, real life. Hey, guess what? Here's a book. Here's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, motherfucker. The real one that tells you how to, like, move planets and, like, terraform fucking systems. It's real easy. All you gotta do with that anti-gravity spacecraft is push a big block of ice up to a planet gently. Okay? Try to land it as gently as you can. Don't crash that motherfucker down there. You don't need all that heat and friction. Just the two masses attracting together with such gravitational force, it'll be lopsided. It'll still stick together. You got two big chunks, they're about as big as each other. Make an ocean world. You gotta light up Jupiter, make it a star first. All those little moons. No, don't light up Jupiter. Do it to Saturn. It's further away. No, you don't hurt Earth. Do it to Saturn. Heat up those moons. Heat up all the moons of Saturn. You gotta make the biggest nuke you got, send it into the core of Saturn, and light that motherfucker up. Wait, no. No, you wanna light like Neptune up. Or Uranus. Yeah, light up Uranus. Yeah, light up Uranus. Shove a nuke in Uranus and light it up. Turn it into a star. And then terraform the moons. And move moons from the other planets around it and put them in orbit using a massive fucking railgun. Moving a big old chunk of iron down that motherfucker almost as fast as you fucking can ever. And then before you let go of it, turn it into a black hole. You'll move the moon in one shot. You'll break its fucking orbit. It'll break its trajectory in orbit. I'm going on a different orbit. Do it again, you're gonna leave orbit. Do it again, you're moving a lot quicker. Shit, you know it. Try that shit. 100 kilo, moving a third of the speed of light, or a tenth of the speed of light. Trying to get like the 1% speed. Fuck. How do you do that? You're not gonna be able to fucking sling it. You can sling it fast enough. You can fucking sling it. It increases its mass a billion times because it suddenly becomes a black hole and it implodes. I don't think you should do it with a 100 kilo piece unless you can move really fast. And now be careful. That's a big enough shockwave to move a fucking moon. But I don't know about the surviving people. If they're like people standing on the moon, I'm not sure what happened. They kind of like bump to a moon. Like crack it. If it's an airless rock, like Callisto. What about do that to? You'd have to light it up. It's what? It's made of nitrogen. It's made of hydrogen, man. We got hydrogen gas giants out in the outer system. Light them up in the stars. You light one though. You gotta pick one with a bunch of moons. But I don't know if I do Jupiter. I'd love to do Jupiter. Jupiter would be a great fucking system to have a planet. I'm not here to move Jupiter. And when you move it, it's gonna leave a planet behind. Okay? It's gonna leave a planet. It's gonna leave a planet behind. It's gonna be something like Venus probably. Okay? Put it in the orbit of Venus. What you do, railguns, North Pole, South Pole, launchers. Yeah, move Venus. Then move the Earth if you want. Okay, fucking one North Pole, one South Pole. Okay, South Pole got land underneath it. North Pole, ocean, cushion. You got ice rock over the land. Other side, ice cap on the ocean. Yeah. Yeah, it creates a massive billion times. You can build 100 miles long up there, right? How fast can you get it going 100 miles? On each polar cap, right across the pole. 50 miles line, right on the pole. So it's 50 miles on either side of the pole. Railgun, 100 kilometers long, 100 miles long. Whichever's longer. 50 miles on each side of it. Straight line. They gotta be in line. You don't want to spin. That you can't fucking. Oh shit, button, how to turn. You wanna have it, ready to go. Aim that motherfucker. Have it where you can spin it. Like a train. Right. Can you capable of that, construction mankind? Are you capable of that? Super high frequency. 49 octaves above 1 megahertz. That's the frequency. Hit it with that energy of electromagnetic energy. From like, I'm not sure if it's one direction or like, think like a pyramid aiming to the center. Center of a pyramid. I'm not sure if you got aim at it from like those directions. Or just like one beam at it. But shoot that frequency of energy that's 49 octaves above 1 megahertz. Okay? That's you take 1 megahertz and multiply it in half. I mean, multiply it 2. You know what I'm saying? That's 1 octave. Multiply that by 2, that's 2 octaves. Multiply that by 2, that's 3 octaves. So on and so forth. 49 octaves from 1 megahertz. It's not with that energy that implodes into a black hole. Okay? Emit a sound at, I'm not sure if it's 7 octaves above it or 7 octaves below it. Like, you know, and if you do it with the correct intensity, like correct amplitude, or like correct decibel level, like at that frequency, it has a gravitational effect on whatever object is being hit by that energy. I'm not sure if it needs to be from multiple directions or not. I think it needs to be surrounded by directional things at it. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have to happen in a Faraday cage, but it might help it to not be bombarded by electromagnetic energy, and that might be why they're having problems with it if they are, because it might be electromagnetic interference. Okay? Spinning the rotor at 1,000,000 RPMs sets off a gravitational disturbance, because that is the existence in this pulse frequency of the graviton. Does that make sense? The graviton is a particle of energy, a particle of gravity energy. It's a different type of energy on a different frequency and spectrum than electromagnetic energy or magnetons, which are magnet energy, which, have magnetic flux. That fucking, you put a magnet near a wire, it activates the magnetons that's between the wire, and it causes them to force electrons down the wire like a train track does. It just fits in between them, it pushes the whole road down at once. It repels them like they got to stay connected in their spot, a certain distance from each other on the wire. Okay? So the magneton forces them down there like that, because the force of the electron and the force of the magneton that's in subspace itself repel each other. You get the magnet fucking moving on the wire. Okay? Both at once. It's duality. Bifacial continuity. Okay, does that make sense? Where it's two things at once at the same time, like the field and the particle. The photon, when you measure it, it's a field and a particle. It's two things at once. It works like that on the quantum realm. It just does. That's why the Higgs boson that you only find one of them at a time, because there's only one to find. You just find them everywhere. Because there's only one to find is everywhere at once. It's the connectivity vehicle for quantum entanglement effect. That's why things are quantumly entangled. It gives everything its existence in this, and it ties everything together. The Higgs boson does. It does both of those things. It does two at once, both at the same time. Bifaciality. Continuity. Do you understand the concept on the quantum realm of the wave and the particle at the same time? Look at it this way, look at it this way. It's one thing this way, and look at it this way, it's a different thing. It's not one thing at this time or that thing at that time that you looked at it. It is both at the same time. You just don't see it one way or the other, depending on how you look at it. Does that make sense? Okay, going on. Gravitons are everywhere at once, just like the magnetons. Gravity is everywhere. It's not just where big, massive things are. The sun doesn't have more gravity. It is more massive, so it has a higher gravitational pull. It is activating much more massively all the gravitons in the normal area, but they put out the amount of mass that the sun has. They put out that much gravitational energy. Okay? They're activated to put out that energy at that level because of the nearness of the mass. Does that make sense? The proximity of the mass to the gravitons in the fabric of subspace-time, because gravitons are everywhere at once. They're all over within this fabric of subspace. They're down there. They're stuck there. Subspace is a universe just like this, only at the tiniest levels. But there is a universe, a separate universe that is subspace. The universal constants are all different than our universal constants are, like how strong gravity is and how fast the speed of light is and all the different things that, were off by one little decimal, organic life would not exist. All those things. For subspace, there's a universe where all those things are fucking different somehow, so that it's a little tiny, it's supposed to be. And gravity is a piece, and the Higgs boson's a piece, and tachyon's a piece, and the photon is a piece, and fucking the magneton's a piece, and the scion's a piece. Yes, and there's different aspects and ratios. It does fit together like a little crystal. That universe does. It does. Just like there's another universe with different gravitational constants that makes hyperspace that overlays this one. That you go from one side to the other in 49 seconds. Flat every time. Every time. You need a gate to open it to. You need a gate. Way the fuck out there about Pluto. In Uranus and Neptune can't be nowhere near where it's at when you open it. Try to make sure the bigger gas giants are on the side system or something when you open that motherfucker. So when you open certain times, you want to make sure it's not right next to it. Okay? Which is most of the time. You got a gas giant coming by, but travel's closed. Sorry, we're shut down. Makes it tough getting back sometimes. No, travel's shut down. We can't send nothing through. They're all just sitting in their way to go. Yep. Open that up, let people come out. It's sending a certain amount of time. Then we got a certain amount of space on the other side. You know what you're doing. Alright, we're here, buddy. It's a quick 49 seconds, wasn't it? Yeah. Took a few years. They don't know it. They're a little older. It's not a big deal. Hey, we lost a couple years. Must have been Uranus. That's always getting in the way. Oh yeah, sorry. Why come it's never Neptune? Because it's not funny that way. Asshole. Fuck Uranus. Yeah, fuck Uranus. We gotta move it somehow. How do we do that? You're fucking mining for fuel. Duh. Uranus is so precious. Precious. You know how precious Uranus is? That thing's high value. In the future, it's a fucking fuel station. You fucking suck that out for fuel for eternity. Well, not eternity. A good 350,000 years. Yep. Yeah. Milk that baby for 350,000 years. And by the end, it's so far, you don't really need to milk it no more. You don't need it. You figure once you start, once you get so small, it just fucking boils off. There's a little planet inside. Makes some pretty neat stuff out of it. Once you get it small. Precious metals, super like condensed, like super fine metals, like. What do you think we paved the streets of gold with, idiots? But that's actually you milk it for fucking all the rocket fuel you can out of it, or whatever fuel it's used for. You end up with by then, it changes, as it gets smaller, the center of it does different things to it. But by the time you get that thing down to nothing, it's a little chunk of gold. Money becomes, I think of the past long before that, but it's pretty, and you pave your fucking streets with it. Long before that. But now you got enough to pave the streets on everything in the fucking galactic empire. And you do. It's so pretty. The whole galaxy's got streets of made of gold on all the fucking planets that are habitable, and they stay habitable. Figure out how to do weird shit with times, like unaged stars. Yeah. Stasis fields and shit. Make a big one. Look, time moves backward in this one. 50 trillion years, really fucking quick. No shit, yeah. I figured out how to program some gravitational constants in there. Man, I got this gate fucking wow. You just try to calculate how many different types of gravitational constants you can come up with and put them in a database. That's your map of the multiverse, and life don't exist in any of those universes but ours. This is Yahweh's universe, it ain't for us. Our kind of life exists here. There's other kind of life exists in those other universes. Don't fuck with it. It's scary as fuck. Oh no. And it's exotic as fuck, and it doesn't come in here. And the matter from there doesn't come in here unless you fucking drag it in here, and it's weird shit. It's really bad. Always. Always bad. Always deadly to us. Don't drag shit in here from other universes. Okay? This is not matter. You can communicate from other universes, but don't like drag matter in here from other universes. Please. Don't. That's a Stargate, by the way. Or a Heaven Gate. I'm gonna call it. Whatever. Fuck. Pick a new name. Fuck it. Multiverse Gate. Alright? Tachyon. Tachyon energy. Tachyons everywhere, forever space-time. Just like the graviton, just like the fucking magneton. Okay. Just like the functions of space-time. Frequency is a function of space-time. Everything has a frequency, even energy particles have a frequency. Yes, the energy particles, they have a frequency. They have a frequency. They have an existence-ness pulse frequency. They pulse to the rate of their existence-ness. It's never all the way off. It's just like it's a pulse. It's a detectable pulse. It's not on and off. The universe isn't living on and off out of existence. It's not coming out of existence at all. It's just that piece that's alive, it's pulsing with its life. Energy particle is alive. All the energy particles are energy particles, pieces of Yahweh. Because he's the universe. He's the Higgs boson. He's the God particle. Right? God particle. All energy particles, subspace. energy particles are pieces of helium. Their energy themselves, itself, light energy photons. Okay, is an energy particle. Magnetons, magnet energy, is an energy particle, but it doesn't move around in space. Connected to the magnet somehow, being shed from the magnet in a way. It's in the fabric of space-time. It's activated by the magnet as the magnet passes it. Does that make sense? And the magnet seems to push the wire to it moves them, and at the same time it activates it both at once. That sounds stupid as bug, I know. But time is just the same thing. And it eventually becomes manipulated because it has its own existence in pulse frequency. The gravitons' existence in this pulse frequency is 1 megahertz, which is why spinning something at that rate synchronizes with that frequency of the graviton and shares its energetic effect. The spinning object, because it's spinning at the same frequency the graviton pulses at, synchronizes with it as it's passing the gravitons while it's spinning, because they are motionless. Okay? So by synchronizing it in that frequency, moving past them while they're flipping, okay, that force from the spinning object combines its force with the force of the graviton, cancels out gravity for an area around it that is directly proportional to the mass it has. Okay? Bigger the object, bigger the effect. They got a big one inside of a spaceship. Okay? That's how that works. They're spinning a rotor at 1,000,000 RPMs. That frequency of spin, that spin rate. Okay? You understand what a spin rate is? Electrons have a spin rate. Their spin rate changes depending on what their orbit is in the orbital shell that orbits the nucleus of the atom. Okay, everything has a spin rate. Protons have a spin rate. Protons and electrons are opposite in force. They kind of, sort of, that's why they're spinning around that. It's in orbit around it. It has that bond between them in force that makes them stick so close together. They're opposite. The electrons and magnetons are opposite in force. Electrons and protons are opposite in charge. Okay? Does that make sense? Opposite in force and opposite in charge. Two different aspects of the energy particle itself. Okay? This is the electromotive force I'm speaking of. Gravitons, their existence as pulse frequency is fixed. So is tachyons, so are magnetons. And psions, if they exist, prayer energy or spiritual energy or emotional energy, which exists. You can't say ghosts don't exist. There's been too many sightings. I'm just saying. You don't know everything. You don't know your environment can record images and play them back to you. You don't know a person's mind might be sensitive because their brain functions differently and tuned into those things, and they see through time to see a ghost or an image from the past. That happens. That's most of the sightings. You're just seeing something in the past. It's not actually there. You're just seeing through time. Does that make sense? Because the human brain has a functioning of quantum mechanics inside of it. It operates on a lot of different levels. The photon activation part, the electrical energy of the mind, is only like part of the activity they detect with the fucking, the thing they got on the brain. It's like, no, it only lights up this much at a time. Only 10% of your brain being used at a time by this electronic photon detector. But you're forgetting that's only like the electrical connection of the brain is only like one part of aspect of how your brain cells are communicating with each other. You're forgetting about all the activity that's going on between the changes of the fucking neurotransmitters that's being released between the different brain cells. Like your serotonin and all that shit, and dopamine, and melatonin and all that stuff. They're neurotransmitters. You have a neurotransmitter coded language that your brain cells are communicating with each other through. That's activity that you're using. It's not just 10% of your brain. It's just 10% is electrical. Dumbasses, it's not just 10% period. You only use 10%, you don't need around 90. No, I use 100% of my brain. I know what my brain does. You don't. Some of it activates on temporal stuff like tachyons and understand psions too. There's people that put out emotional energy. They don't realize it. They think, oh, I just look at the face and see. I recognize from the face because I'm so smart. I interpret facial features to understand emotions. I'm just that smart. You're not. You're not that smart. You're dumb. People make faces. You don't understand that shit. But empathy exists. You can feel another pain. You can feel somebody else's pain It actually hurts your body. See somebody sick, get sick to your stomach. See somebody hurt and want to puke. Sorry. You see somebody hurt. You see somebody hurt and want to puke over it, and actually get sick. You see blood, and it's like, oh, it's horrible. You ever see a scary thing and feel it? Because you got like PTSD and you have flashbacks and you have this really creative imaginative mind because you have 140 IQ and you have Asperger's syndrome. Sorry. My life ain't fun. Don't punish me because I'm different. Locking me up in prison all the time. Because I was too gullible to get out of the fucking, stand up for myself. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about it. It's not my story to tell. I can't. I'm embarrassed. It was horrible. But I come out of prison, I want to be a fucking gangster criminal. I was locked up with myself. Stimulated. Got us in trouble. Our first time in prison, we were famous. Had a reputation. I put a whole sucker in my mouth, pull it out, lick it. Left me. I was pretty back then, though. I wanted to be famous for some odd fucking reason. I didn't understand. I had some experiences with some older men. They done some things to me that was just amazing. Later on, I look at it and I realized how fucking sick it was. They were probably reliving their fucking memory with me. Probably reliving their crime that they did to some little boy. Made me feel sick about myself. You know? It's horrible. But I was stupid. And I know who I was. And I was made to feel comfortable to be me. And I was valued for the first time in my life. I was valued. And when I was out on parole, I got raped. The police department didn't care. They didn't care. They went after the guy after I told them, yes, he raped me. When they called me and asked me, did they rape you? I said, yes, he raped me. They said, you want to press charges? I was confused. I got mental problems. I'm different. I was in panic mode. Total panic mode. Panic and hysterical. Okay? This guy, like, I was sleeping. Yeah, I was sleeping in my bed naked. He put me down and fucked me in my sleep. I had to struggle to get away. I had to struggle. It hurt. I had to struggle. He wasn't being nice. That hurt. That's rape. Just because I'm gay or whatever the fuck doesn't mean I don't like to be raped in my sleep. When a guy says he raped somebody and you call the rape victim and ask, was you raped? And he says, yes. You lock the fucker up. You don't just be like, you don't want to press charges. You lock the fucker up. I went up there to see why I wasn't locked up. They told me to go to the prosecutor. They said, go home. Okay, they don't care. No, he said go home. There's nothing we can do. You don't care. I told my parole officer, the government guy who's supposed to be in charge of me, you know, like the guy the government assigns to you, your parole officer. And he didn't give a fuck. He laughed at me. Fuck that motherfucker. You want to laugh at me? You know, I'm going to send me to prison over some pot. I'll get a bullet pot, put it in my jury box. Come on to my apartment, I'll tell you where it's at. Hey, there's some pot in my jury box. I'm getting raped out here. Might as well go to prison and get raped, huh? I did too. None of my friends were there to protect me. None of them. I still had friends there, but they weren't people I could hang out with to like. There was one hero there, Monster, Ronnie Browse. He said he would tell everybody I was his, and he didn't want to have sex with me or nothing, and I was gonna live in a cell. But like, the COs found out about it, and they said no. We catch stuff like that, we'll separate you to other institutions. Matter of fact, y'all can't be in the same door. The same wing or whatever. They moved me out of a different wing. I was gonna move in his room. We would do a room contract with the unit supervisor and sign up to sell together. No love's allowed in prison. You can't grow as human beings that be loved by someone you have no choice but to be around with and sleep in the same room with 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days for like however many fucking years you got. You're there. You can start the time with this brother, but you're not allowed to have a relationship. Even though you're both that way. that's like something like not allowed. They heard about the rumor. And we just, he said he would take the hit. This dude pressed 450 pounds on a bench press. Every big motherfucker. He was only like a little bit shorter than me, but like he had muscles like a motherfucker. He was cool. He didn't even want like a back rub or nothing. I liked him. Monster. He was cool. I wasn't like sexual about him. He was like a big brother that helped me. But like at the same time, no, to get him a back rub, I wasn't attracted to him sexually. You know, just wasn't, because he's not that kind of person. But like, he's a cool motherfucker. Cause he was one of like, have people look at him as if he was like me when he wasn't. And I know people who aren't like me feel like that. And that just meant a lot to me because most guys are homophobic if they're not like me. I assume. Because, well, I live in Kentucky and I run into that a lot. So like I don't have a lot of friends. I'm scared of people. I don't like tell people, hey, look at my noodles. I stay home when I look like this, or I go out to like places I owe bills to, because fuck those people. But like I pay my bills, I pay my water bill here. I didn't think about one day I went to pay my water bill. I came home, Trina wanted to go pay the water bill. And I didn't think I was staying somewhere else for like a week. I didn't think, hey, everybody else paid it. So I went to pay my water bill. Work gets around, people hate you, you're different. My town don't have but less than 700 people. Salem, Kentucky. 42078. I live at 722 Shelby Road. The lady at the store kept me out because I'm different. So because I'm like this, or like because 1.5% native North African ancestry or whatever. And what? That, you know, I'm ashamed that I want to like use that as an excuse of why they mistreat me. I don't know, it might not be that, it might be the nails. It might be my mental difference. Because when I'm outside in public, I'm not as calm as I am at this moment. I'm not as calm outside in public or around other people. Sometimes I am if I'm comfortable with them for long enough. Like girls I was acting most with. I was on a men's unit for a while, and I got picked on a bunch, and they put me on a girls unit for the rest of the time. And I started complaining about being picked on. They're still like, doctor, why the fuck did you let me go? We talked to every doctor in there, I guess. Dr. Shaw, and then passed me off to Dr. Stay. Dr. John Stay. And I got angry at him and said some vulgar things. Somebody needs to punch me in the face. But like, be careful, don't do it in front of his kid. Motherfucker run up with a camera. I'm gonna get $1,000, punch him over in the face. Oh, I got a kid. Run away. So, Dr. Stay, if you ever see like people in a mask run up to you when you got your kid with you and then turn around and run away, that would be why. They're coming to whoop your ass, man. Just send people to do that to you. You'll start being afraid to go outside. Or to start carrying a gun to shoot some guy who only wants to punch you in the face. You ain't got a weapon on him. You got a phone. You're gonna shoot an unarmed man, murderer. Maybe I should put that in the other video. I wonder if they'll think of that. Oops, let that detail out. Stupid ass motherfucker. Kill somebody. You just scared somebody to punch you in the face. If he gets a gun to like defend himself with, that's just do. After I said that, like I haven't sent someone to punch you in the face, bro. Fucker. I'll put an announcement on YouTube. Hey, someone needs to punch him in the face, and someone's gonna do it, right? Supposedly. Is that a threat that I can be held accountable for? Huh? Is that a threat? I didn't say, hey, I'm gonna punch you in the face, or I'm gonna send someone to punch you in the face. I said, hey, someone else needs to punch him in the face. Doesn't matter if I said, hey, I'll pay $1,000. I don't mean it. I was lying. I was making it I'm the devil. Ding. I'm Lucifer, right? I gotta be some kind of sinful or not fit into heaven after being number one angel for a while. I get up there and I'm like, yeah. I so many eons, I'm just like, yeah, fuck this. I deserve hell. Because it's not right for me. Yeah, not good enough. So I fall. And, I start a war. In heaven, actually in heaven. Over it. It's a fake war. People are, there's a third of us humans that have ever been alive. They make that decision. They say, oh, you know what? I don't think I deserve to be up here. I need to send myself to hell. After all this eternity of eons and eons I've spent up here, all this time, all these millions and millions of years I've existed doing everything I could do. I got tired of saying, you know what, fuck this shit, I go to hell. I just to hell. Just can't stand heaven no more. You get so old after a while, and then you die, you go to hell, and you keep on burning, and it goes forever, and ever, and ever, and ever, ever, as long as it lasts. You go through it, and you have all these, by the time you get there, you have the eternity like rush through real quick. You get to fall with the devil. You decide, yeah, I don't deserve it, I'm gonna get out of here. You fucking rush through it real quick. And, you're invincible, of course. So, part of heavenly host, you don't understand. One of them's gotta burn it. Like, there's gotta feel the burn. There's people who die go to it. And the hosts don't feel the burn when they go to hell and burn forever. Just zoom through forever and ever. And that's out to the side of the fucking stasis field. If you have that ability with your fucking mind. But the hell the host does. When you die, you don't get that ability. They don't throw you in there with that ability. That's, no, throw in there without that ability. You wait till the fall. Everybody goes together. Okay? Before they do, they get to go back and fuck girls and go back even further and fuck monkeys. In time. To the tachyon field. But the minds, they advance that far. When your heavenly host has that power with their mind. What was I at? Tachyon. Oh yeah. I think the photon frequency is like 49 gigahertz or something like that. I think that's for photons. Now, the tachyon frequency is 5.7, 5.57, 4.42, no, 7.42, 7.23, 2, 7.22, 7.21. One of those frequencies I named. I hope it's not the one I named. It was like way lower. Anyway, maybe, I don't know. Gigahertz for all those numbers. Tachyon frequency. Okay. And then, let's see. You can make Mars an ocean place again. All you can do is add a bunch of water, put an ocean on it. The water evaporates into like an atmosphere. The atmosphere forms from the reaction of the water and the ground. It makes like a reaction. You hydrate all of that Martian soil. The atmosphere manifests out of the ground with all the water that boils off into the atmosphere with the reaction mass that boils off into the atmosphere. It gets an atmosphere and water, like oceans and stuff. You just gotta land a really big rock down on like a spot of it without being as gently as possible. So I'm gonna crack the planet in half. Okay? Don't be cracking planets. Use giant railguns and that high energy, like the super high above, like the gamma ray technology to like artificially induce a black hole like they did in that lab that destroyed all that shit and stuck that shit in it that they covered up and made a secret. Time to take that out of the box, put it with the warp drive and go to the other side of the universe. You gotta go meet your maker, or your planet where you came from, and all that shit that's out there. You wanna find a planet of the apes? We can find one. It's out there. The Devil Star has a planet like Earth around it, but it's around a gas giant. There's a gas giant on the Devil Star. It orbits in the Devil Star system. That gas giant puts out enough heat for the planet around it. It's like Earth. To have life on it, you can go to that planet and walk around on the surface, interact with the inhabitants. They're not exactly like you. They're similar. You understand? Similar, but not exactly. Biological, quadrupeds, arms and legs, heads, language, art, cities. You get it? Vehicles, space transportation. They're waiting for you to show up. You gotta get outside the orc cloud and go to them. Okay? I'm giving you the descriptions of technology to take you there. What part about this don't make sense? Come on, people, it's time to go. The devil said so. Don't you know? Well, I know who I am. I'm good with it. I'm good with my purpose. I'm good with that. I get to burn in hell, and it's only gonna be a little bit like a hot tub. It's not gonna last forever, but you know I'm an angel of light, and you know I'm accepting my fate, and I'm trying to do my duty for heaven and earth. Just all that is. That's all it is. I get to be an angel. That was all from the dream. I know it sounds psychotic, right? Does it sound psychotic? My what chicka chicka wow. I'm the devil. What? Yeah. What? I'm the devil. I came from the stars. The moon, Jupiter, took a shit on Mars. I'm the devil. And I'm there at the end. Guess what in Job? I was his good friend. I'm the devil. Y'all misunderstood. I was a teenager chopping up some wood. I'm the devil. And I'm nice and strong. I drove a Massey Ferguson all day long. Just kidding. I drove a Massey Ferguson when I was 9 years old. Dad let me take the tractor, move it across the farm, and back it up to the boom lift. So I got to drive the tractor a little bit when I was 9. But he, he put me in his lap to steer the car when I was like 3. Or 4, 3. Yeah, I was 3. No, I was like 2. He did Mike and Tiny's too. We lived at Uncle Charlie's house, and it was while we lived there. We were in a Pinto. That was before I was 3. We moved out right when I turned 3. So like, I have memories of living there. I remember that. We were in the Pinto too. We got rid of that as soon as we left. So we left. Dad got a Chrysler Cordova or something. Or we had a Chrysler Cordova. I remember it was a big gold car. Had big hot back seats. Then we had that smooth surface that got real hot in the sun. Okay? What part of my mind don't you understand? I'm different. Why is this mental institution locking me up, calling me psychotic? He's got different views and beliefs. And I write books about it. I got 9 books published. They all seen the fucking book list. They said, oh, you are a published author, but we don't believe you're okay. We're going to keep you here and dump you up on meds to fucking up your creativity, sir. Because you are just too creative. I got a fucking headache. A bad one. So I take my medicine. Fucking heart trying to come off of it. I feel all fucking woozy, so I had to take my clonidine. It messes with my blood pressure. Come on, that shit's gonna be hard. Fuck, the illegal drugs aren't even this bad. What the fuck is my society doing to my fucking brain? Goddamn you motherfuckers. You don't deserve my fucking brain. Fucking don't. Not for this treatment. Not after the life I've had. I had a nurse at a hospital holding me, had 4 male nurses hold me down at my knees and my shoulders. Well, she shoved a catheter in my dick and she was not gentle about it. She was mean about it. She was rough. It fucking hurt. It hurt bad. And the guy that was holding me down said, hey, shut up. It don't hurt that bad. Yeah, motherfucker. You try to resist that shit. And then have somebody be totally rough with you. It's because they were in a hurry to get off shift and they want a urine sample and they won't wait or give you a cup to drink water out of the fucking sink right there. There's a sink right here, but it's got a fucking faucet where I can't get my head underneath it to drink water, right? Give me a cup. No. Should I use the pee cup? So, yeah, give me a pee cup and then use that to drink water. I don't think of that until later. Okay? I was panicking. They wouldn't let me fucking calm down. I was the fucking lady at the apartment complex said, hey, I don't think this guy's crazy. Lock him up. They said, yeah, we're going to lock you up. I was in my apartment by myself. They locked me up because they was scared I was going to go outside of my apartment, upstairs, and walk around on the balcony in front of that lady's apartment for some odd fucking reason. I stayed in the hallway and went back down to my apartment. I was drunk. I was trying to get to my apartment. I smarted off to the bitch and went to my apartment. I was going to stay in my apartment. I was drunk. Bitch called law on me. I'm not allowed to free my speech to express myself. Well, fuck you, bitch. Had me locked up in the mental institute where they raped me. And then turned around and said, oh, it's a medical procedure. We can't do anything about it. You can't do nothing about it. So that's not rape. It's a medical procedure. No, 4 men held me down while a member of the opposite sex shoved something into my genital. I'm a woman. Inside my mind, I'm sensitive and emotional. Okay? I cry a lot. The medicine takes the ability from me, dumbs my fucking emotional intensity. That's not healthy for me at all. Fuck you!